What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, continuing with getting the MAZDASPEED3 ready to be tuned. If you guys didn't watch our last video, we actually did the spark plugs. We changed them to one-step colder plugs, and we also put in the downpipe that's down there inside the engine bay, as we can see, down to the test pipe. So now that the worst install is done and over with, which is the catless downpipe, we can move on to putting on the intake and the turbo inlet pipe, which we have right here, guys. We have the intake right here with the vibrant filter, and then of course over here we have our turbo inlet pipe with, of course, the bypass hose. This right here is the key to getting a lot more turbo noise and getting, of course, that blow off valve, bypass valve, whoosh noises. Definitely the best way to unlock the turbo noises. Not only that, guys, we also have a 3-port boost controller by Cobb. We're gonna obviously block this one off and only be using the 2-port until we go upgraded turbo. This is pretty simple to do. You get one of these little like nubs and you just put it over, and then probably even get a zip tie and just zip tie it around it so that it just doesn't move. So to get things started, we're just gonna go ahead and remove the whole like stock intake system so that we have a nice clear space for putting the new intake. And also we're gonna take the boost controller, the stock boost controller, out as well. And there we go, guys. The stock intake system is now out of the car, and look at this, guys. I didn't even know this. I guess the previous owner tried to glue this thing back on, or some type of thing back on, so that whatever, but this is actually crazy. I can't believe my car was running with this type of thing on it. What in the world, bro? We're gonna try and do what we can, because as you can tell, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's definitely gonna start to rain soon, so this might be a 2-day thing, but hey, let's try and do what we can. And now we're just gonna go ahead, unplug this boost controller, and we already took the little nut out that's under the bottom, so this guy should just come right off. There we go, guys. The stock crusty boost controller is out of the car as well. Let's look at the comparison. Stock boost controller, the Cobb 3-port boost controller. Like, it's not even close. Guess while I'm here, I can also check on the turbo, which feels really good. You don't see any play in it or anything, so good to know that the turbo is actually still good. You know, just double checking while I'm there, right? While I'm here, guys, I'm also just gonna do this oil restrictor bolt. Don't know if it really actually works or not. I don't have any smoking turbo issues, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these in just for the hell of it. Why not? If you guys are curious to where that oil restrictor bolt is, it's literally right there. If the camera will focus, it's that bolt right there down in the middle. We're gonna take that out and we're gonna put in the new one. Okay, so right here we have the stock restrictor bolt that was in there. You can tell the holes are bigger here, and it's double. And with the new one, it's a smaller hole, and there's only one hole, not two. Honestly, my stock bolt doesn't seem bad at all. It seems to be totally fine. Like, it's not like a whole bunch of oil. Some people's ones that I've been seeing on YouTube videos is like black and like covered in like stuff, but mine looks fine. So I don't know if I even want to change it, but I guess I can put it in, see how this one works, and then if I like it or not, then I can just switch back over. But yeah, let's put this one in. There we go. Okay, so it turns out the rain is messing with us. It just stopped right now. It probably will come back again, but while it's still pretty nice, let's try and throw in the boost controller. So our boost controller, which is right here, should go right into that hole. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a hole right there. That's where the boost controller goes, and then one of these hoses goes into of course, the internal wastegate onto turbo, and then the next one goes into the intake. So really easy. And then of course the plug itself gets plugged in. So this guy right here basically goes over on top, right down in there, just like that. For this boost controller bolt that holds the boost controller in place. I'm just gonna put some thread locker on there because why not? Well, now it's getting super dark out, guys, but we're gonna finish this. But we got the intake. I just put this over it for now just because of the rain that's off and on right now, so I just want to protect the intake. But we got our intake and our inlet pipe, so we're gonna go ahead and put in our inlet pipe, and then we can go ahead and bolt the actual intake, and then, you know, bolt up all the rest of the stuff like the lines and the hoses and stuff like that, and that should be a day right there. It's times like now you got to give thanks for power tools, man. I know it may not look like it on camera, but it's absolutely dark out. As you can see, I got my phone right there just to give me some light inside the engine bay, but we're almost done. We just got to put this line here. I don't know if you guys can see right here, but we're gonna connect this second hose off the boost controller right into the intake. There's like a little nipple right there. We're just gonna put it right in there and we should be good to go. Check it out. We pretty much got the inlet pipe, the boost controller, the oil restrictor bolt. Everything is installed, well, except for one thing, which is just the intake itself, but majority of everything is in. Everything is all dialed in. So now it's just to finish it up with the intake, which I'm still gonna keep this bag over it still just in case. And now just attach this and lock it in, and should be good. And there we have it, guys. We installed the oil restrictor bolt, we installed the 3-port boost controller by Cobb, and we put the inlet pipe in with, of course, the intake itself. Which means pretty much all I have to do now is just plug in the MAF into the sensor here, throw back in the battery box and the ECU, and then we are done. It's pretty much over with. This install is done. And that means after this install, we only got two more things to install. And here's your sneak peek, guys. The front mount intercooler piping, and of course the core, which is a Treadstone TR8 intercooler, which is rated for 500 horsepower. So whenever we're feeling to make a lot more horsepower, we know that we got the intercooler that can handle it. And look at that, guys, the rain actually stopped, so I was able to actually complete this all tonight. I think I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I know this was a short one. I just wanted to get these few things done so that we're ready to make a whole video on the front mount intercooler, because I know that's gonna be a little bit of a hassle to do. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are excited. After we put the front mount intercooler on, the only thing other than that to do is to put the access port in, download the tune, and go ahead and do the first drive, which would be crazy. Pretty much the video after the next video, which is the front mount, after that video is posted, then the next one will be the first drive in the Speed 3. I cannot wait. Of course, I cannot forget, we got to do some data logging and stuff like that, but first we got to put a certain amount of kilometers, or for you US guys, miles, so that the access port can learn the new updates and mods inside the car. And then after that, we can start data logging and then start sending the revisions and the tunes and stuff like that until this car is totally ready. I hope you guys did enjoy watching, and I hope you guys are excited to see, you know, how the Speed 3 is going to perform and stuff like that. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. This is something I've been definitely waiting to do to this car ever since I got it, and now is finally the time. It is going down. Anyway, guys, I will catch you in the next video, which is a front mount intercooler install. Cannot wait to do that. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Stay humble. Stay blessed. Peace.